Everybody, welcome back to the channel, West Virginia Bourbon Guy. So my last list, and again, this one here was a little bit harder to come up with because I don't have a lot of non-single barrel picks that I chase or that I pick up or have and anything like that. And it's just, I mean, I will buy bottles, not shelfers, but releases from distilleries and that kind of stuff. And I don't chase a whole lot, and some things I really enjoy, but my jam is single barrel picks, man. And that's what I do. That's what I love and everything like that. So try not to make excuses. My list is nowhere near as fancy or as in depth or as kind of headline catching as some content creators lists are going to be this year. It's just not me. But these are bottles that I acquired here in 2025 that I believe are great pours, and I've enjoyed them. Enjoyed sipping on one I just recently picked up and that I absolutely enjoy. Had a few pours of it this past weekend, and I think it's definitely worthy to be on this list. So I'm going to start kind of high to low of bottles that I've enjoyed. So first and foremost on the list, this was actually one of the first bottles I got that was, I guess, somewhat harder to find in 2025. I was actually up visiting family in Connecticut. Went into a store near my sister's house and saw this shit on the shelf, and I was like, oh. Now this store had 1792 full proof for $90. So I saw this bottle and I says, oh, this is going to be full on secondary or high cost. When I asked him how much it was, I was like, oop, that is right at MSRP. I said, well, I wasn't planning on buying any bottles, but I will take that. And this one here, it's something that it's my buddy Dave Vogelsang's favorite last pour. So this is the best nose in bourbon. This is Old Forester 1924. Now, I don't know if this, I'm not a laser code expert, and I've tried to look this sucker up, and one, it's hard to see. Two, I just don't have the time or the patience. I know it's a good pour. I enjoy it when we're hanging out backstage or doing a meets on the weekends, and we're going last pour. This is the one that Dave suggests every freaking time. It's a great pour, great starter if you want to start your night with it. Wish it was a little less expensive, but man, it's a great 10-year-old whiskey from Old Forester, 1924. Had to put it on the list. So next bottle is another one from a legacy distillery that is out there, and one that I actually found mid-year. At a pretty decent price. And I have a Knob Creek 12 that I purchased last year. Absolutely. I love it. Love the flavor profile. I'm actually really looking forward to probably the one bottle I'm going to have FOMO over in 2026 is the Cask Strength 12 year from Knob Creek. Totally missed on the 21 year Knob Creek. Actually, I did pick up a bottle of that, but it was for a friend. Just became a grandfather. So we a bunch of us chipped in and actually were able to get that bottle for him. And he's a huge Jim Beam fan. And that's his thing, and happy to get that for him. But I got the 18 year. So this is a Knob 18. Again, another 100 proof bottle. And I enjoy this bottle. This is one of those, people say it's over oaked. I don't think it is. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, I wish it was a little higher proof, but it is. This is release 3. So I don't know when that came out. I didn't do any research on that, but I know I got this middle part of the year, and it's one of those pours that I will go to on occasion. And when I first got this, I started going through it, and I was like, ooh, I better slow down. I don't want to kill this thing, because you never know if you're going to find another one. So Knob 18, great pour. I enjoy it. Something that I liked here in 2025. So next one is two releases that came out this year. So Heaven Hill product. This is Old Fitz 7-year. So these are awesome bottles for the price. I think they are 7-year age stated. They have great flavor. I did a blind of it recently with some other stuff. This came in second to the spring release, but this is the bottle that was up front on my shelf over here. So I just grabbed this one here for the video. I enjoy Heaven Hill. I enjoy Larceny. I'm a huge Elijah Craig fan. The Elijah Craig single or the barrel proofs were a little disappointing this year. I did get it just hit in Virginia, and I was able to snag a B525. Just got released. I know the end of the year, and the 525 is just coming out in the Virginia ABC. So haven't gotten into that, haven't opened it yet, but that's the only one I was going to buy for this year, and kind of lucked into this one, and I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to have the Old Fizz. Will I chase the releases from next year? Probably not, but if I see one on the shelf and I get through one of these bottles, yeah, I'll definitely buy a backup. I enjoy it. It's a great pour. Something that I think, the decanters are cool, but if you can find them, right? And I think I've heard some people say that this is just as good as the 9-year decanter that came out this year. So got to put that on the list. And again, I told you my list of non-picks is not eclectic, not fancy, not really crazy, right? So next bottle on the list is one that I recently picked up, and this one here is out of Found North. So this is the Snow Day, and that are 10-year age stated. All these here are age stated. So we got a 10-year, 7-year, 18-year, and a 10-year. I mean, it's pretty cool, right? This came out, and this is a rye. Love the flavor on it. When I got this bottle, it delivered late, and it was sitting outside. And when I got home, I was like, okay, I got to open this sucker up. I got to try it. I got into it, and it was just still super cold and everything. So as I do with a lot of my bottles, I loved it. Great flavor profile, but I maybe one more pour and get it down a little bit past the shoulder. I'm gonna let it sit for a few weeks and then go back to it. So maybe I'll get a review of this sometime in the January, February timeframe. But if you were able to get a bottle of this, I think it's a great pour and definitely worthy to be on this list for best bottles of mine here in 2025. Okay, so the next one on the list may take some heat for this one because it was only available in certain markets. Actually, it was only available in my market, specifically Maryland. And this was first released from this distillery. And this is Sagamore. And this is the Sagamore High Rye Bourbon. And I got to tell you, this thing is great. I mean, for what it is, it's 6-year age stated. It's their distillate, 118 proof. It definitely drinks its proof, maybe a little more, and just a phenomenal pour on a Sagamore. I was able to get a few bottles of this and actually share it with some friends who are not local to my area, and all of them have just loved it. My first live actually was fresh cracking this with two good friends of mine, my buddy Dave V and Gandy Rhodes. So special bottle for me, and I can't wait to see what Sagamore does next year with their 7-year. Looking forward to it, hopefully getting a chance to buy it. Okay, the next 4. Probably on a lot of people's lists this year. At least 3 of these bottles are on some people's lists. And, if you could, give me a like, give me a comment, leave me a comment. Let me know, what were your favorite bottles that you got this year? Were you lucky enough to get some of those upper echelon bottles? Have you had any of these in 2025? What are your thoughts? What do you think? Again, I didn't get a chance to get the Beacon. I didn't get a chance to get the single Rick from Russell's. I didn't get a chance to get the 13. I didn't get a Jack 14, a Tanyard Hill, and all those special bottles that released this year. Just didn't get it. The Tanager as well. I mean, our market is super, super competitive when it comes to those kinds of things. And if you're not in the right place at the right time, you're just not getting it. And I'm not going to play secondary. That's not me. But getting on to the final four here. So number 4, this is coming out of the Reveries. And this is going to be, so it's a single barrel, but it's going to be his everyday offering. So he's going to have 2 age-stated products, a 7-year and a 14-year. And I think those are pretty readily available. This is what I'm talking about. This is Provenance. This is out of Middleburg Barrel Company, which is Jay West Ventures and all that kind of stuff. And this is 107 proof. And it's a great pour. I mean, it's not super pricey. I think it's like 70 something bucks, 75, under $80. And it's available out there. I think it's available on shared pour on a regular basis. And it is a good pour. I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. When I first got it and tried it, I was like, ooh, not sure. And then the second pour, it opened up. And since it's gotten down here, it is just that what I like, traditional bourbon notes. And this had to be on the list here from Jay. So we're down to my final 3. And I think pretty good list for someone who has my inventory. And mostly I'm single barrel guy. So number 3 on the list here is, again, I guess it's a single barrel, but it's a release of a single barrel. So this is the new Heritage from Jack Daniel's, the Jack Daniel's single barrel, Heritage barrel, toasted barrel. That's a tongue twister. So this is out of Jack Daniel's Heritage barrel. This bottle I love it. It's great. It's very rich, creamy, for a 100 proof bottle. That second barreling, that toasted barrel does wonders to this product. And I just love it. I know some people didn't get a chance to get this here, or it hasn't hit in all the markets, but I like it. It's good, and it was worthy of being on my list. And I've seen it on a lot of people's lists, so I'm happy to have at least something that's on other people's lists. Next one is also, this is another one that's double barreled, and this is a yearly thing that comes out from our friends in Bardstown. And last year I was only able to get one of the Disco 12. I don't know if it was a smaller release or anything like that. This hit here in Virginia, did not get it. And it hit in Maryland, I didn't see it. I have a friend who lives in Ohio that was able to get it for me. We met up and he gave me the bottle. Then I found a bottle of it in Maryland, so I ended up getting a backup of it. So I have 2 of these, which is great. So this is Disco 13, and I did do a review on this one. I love it. It is, now that it is down on the bottle, I've gone back to this, and wow, is it opened up, and the flavor profile, that Hungarian oak, and it's just, wow, it's good. Very, very, just hits in all the right places. And I don't think Bardstown is doing anything bad. And the Discovery series is definitely something that I enjoy. Like I said, I got into it in 11. I did get a 10. I enjoy the 10, but not as much as the 11. The 12 was great. And then this here is totally different from the 11 and 12, but awesome in its own right. And then for me, my favorite pour of the year and my kind of bottle of the year has to be pick the bottle from Reveries. So this is the Raven, and this is, I just dropped a video on this recently, and man, is this good. I'm just so happy that I was able to get a bottle, got the email, got chosen, was selected, and man, whew, absolutely love it. And what's cool about this bottle is I picked it up, and that day picked it up in the morning from Shared Pour down in DC, and then drove out to Middleburg and met Jay in person. Was there with the bourbon judge community. We picked an awesome 8-year Reverie single barrel. And then when we were finishing up and we were eating, I ran out to my car. I grabbed this bottle and I said, you know something? We're going to pop this today. Everyone's going to get a pour of it. And like I said, Jay was gracious enough to sign it. And yeah, to me, this is the top one. I mean, the Disco 13 and the Heritage were probably neck and neck, but this one here wins it out just because of the experience. So that is my list of favorite bottles for 2025. So sorry to disappoint if there's no fancy bottles on here like some of the other channels and some of the other content creators. This is what I like. I'm a single barrel guy. I'll die on that sword. I love it. I love going after those. To me, those are the true unicorns. If you get a single barrel, there's only 120 barrels and you're able to get a bottle. If you're able to get 2 bottles, you got 2 bottles of 120. I mean, they're not producing that anymore. That is it, right? Those are the unicorns, in my opinion. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, truly humbled by everybody who was engaged with the channel. It's been fun so far. Looking to do better things, more things in 2026. Definitely try to get more on the live stream side of things. Gonna do more reviews. Continue with the reviews. Gonna do more blinds and some comparisons and everything like that. I got tons of Elijah Craig's barrel proofs. I have larcenies, different expressions from different distilleries, and I just think it'd be fun just to kind of blind those together to see what's better. And now that I kind of figured out how to do blinds, I'm going to continue to do that. That was fun. So again, appreciate you guys tuning in. As I end always, this is the West Virginia Bourbon Guy, reminding you always, pours are always best when they're shared with friends. Thanks again. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Thank you, everybody.